Why be stuck inside with a morbidly obese Heffalo during this pandemic when you can lock yourself in with Uncle Nick Tyrella, the womanizing misanthrope who gets off when you're pissed off? Wee! Follow the adventures of Uncle Nick as he goes back to college and drops truth bombs behind the enemy lines of social justice warriors. Pour yourself a menagerie and burn the midnight with Frank Cervi's red pill icon today. A link is in the description.
What's up, you motherfucking fucks? Terrence Popp here, Redonkulous.com. Now, I know you guys who are watching the sanitized version on YouTube are wondering the same thing.
Where the fuck are all the fucking bleeps?
All I have to say is, they fucked off home. Well, since this episode is called Army Fuckology, if I bleeped everything out, it would sound like Morse code. Everyone is stuck inside, and I'm sure you're going stir crazy and you're bored, so we're gonna have some fun today. We're gonna go over all the ways you can use fuck in a sentence or as part of a word. So that goes without fucking saying, pour yourself a menagerie and you better fucking drink it all. Twice! Yeah. Alright, you fucking maggots, fall in. We're jumping into this briefing balls first. Be prepared for some anal pain, because guess what? These briefings suck, but this one's gonna be funny. It's all balls and no dick. I really don't know how you do that, but everyone's got their kink, huh? Space Ghost is on. And the first one, and I use this all the time on female soldiers, and it sounds fun, but it's really not. Wet and sticky fuck. I can't tell you how many times I would swing by the female barracks, knock on the door, announce, hey, male on the floor. I step in, and holy shit, not only is the place a royal pigsty, but it smells like ripe, nasty cooter. Because you know what happens when you put a bunch of whamming together into an enclosed space for a long time, don't you? They all synchronize to the same beat, if you know what I mean. And once a month, they swamp sick call. Anyone out there who thinks men are messy? I got something for you. You've never had to clean up after 2 teenage girls or walk into an all-female barracks. Oh, God. Now, gentlemen, you know me, I have no filter. In fact, the only filters that I do own are for making coffee. And of course, I got, chastised by the EO rep for calling my female soldiers a bunch of wet and sticky fucks, and I had to go to retraining. Number 2. Unfuckery, and it comes in 2 forms. You can either unfuck yourself, or you walk in and see something that's so jacked up, you're like, hey, you better unfuck that. Listen, when I tell a soldier to unfuck himself, I know he's intelligent, but he can't fucking stop doing stupid shit. Oh, Riggs, you going on sick call? What for? Oh, you're not gonna tell me? VD. Why don't you just unfuck yourself and wear a condom, you dumbass? Now, when you say, hey, you better unfuck that, you're talking about an object or a situation surrounding it. I was on CQ in the Ranger Battalion. The captain, the commander, shows up in the middle of a Saturday. I'm like, holy shit. I go up there and do a walkthrough. I hear some fucking weird noises. I open the door. There's 2 chicks getting banged by 6 Rangers. And I look at them like, hey, you better unfuck this. The commander's downstairs. Get him out of here now. And the Rangers are like, what? Holy shit, the commander's here. These women are getting fast-tracked out the back door. And the whole time, these 2 ladies are like, more cock. Oh my God. Talking about awful surprises. Jesus fucking Christ is exactly what I said when I saw that clusterfuck going on. This has to be one of the top used terms in all of the military. What this basically means is when you walk into a situation and you are utterly and completely surprised. Jesus fucking Christ, I cannot believe this is happening. I already told this story in a lair episode a couple years back, but in the range battalion, I was in charge of a demo range. We decide, hey, we're going to do a cratering charge. And we put maybe 500 pounds of ammonium nitrate explosive in the ground, and then we drug a Cadillac on top of it. Blew it up. It was great until I saw the hole that was left behind. I remember I walk up and it's still smoking, and I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ, I am so fucked. But the only way I got out of it is we waited to the end of the day to call range control because they're in a hurry to get the fuck out of there at 5 o'clock. Now I know it sounds ridiculous, but we actually hid the gigantic hole in the ground with trees and sticks and shit. I was questioned 6 weeks later, but I said, hey, they inspected the range and it was good to go. And my commander said, touche, Pop. Touche. I'm not saying somebody drove a 5-ton into the pond that was left behind and swamped out their vehicle, but hey, Space Ghost is on. And the next one, which has worked its way into popular vernacular now, clusterfuck. The thing is fucked up, and everyone around it is just as fucked up. It's 3 in the afternoon. I'm on CQ on a Saturday on the first floor at the desk, and I hear the following.
Range is open.
I run upstairs, and there's 2 Rangers firing a .22 into a target trap 100 meters down the hallway. And everyone on the 3rd floor knew about it but me. I run up there, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? You all knew about this. What kind of clusterfuck is this? The next one, goat fuck. And I'm not talking about a stunning and brave religion of peace, if you know what I mean. A goat fuck is something that is just beyond bizarre. You just don't understand. What? What is going on? How did we get here? This is one hell of a goat fuck. I was at Abu Ghraib prison when the first Fallujah fight went down. And we were running ammo and water and food to these guys. And on day 1, when the fighting starts, I'm dropping off ammo, and I see this Bradley fighting vehicle come by nice and slow. And there are 8 guys running behind it. So I'm like, why are you running behind your vehicle? And they look at me and they go, because it's full of ammo. And I'm like, whoa! What a goat fuck is that? That's what it's for. You're supposed to ride in the vehicle, get out and fight, not run behind it. If you're gonna do that, you might as well just have a tank. I don't know who made that call, but I'm pretty sure the dude that did is going to fucking jail. Now when you say, hey, you're going to fucking jail, that person probably violated the law or regulation and it didn't work out for them. Hell, I thought I was going to jail when I got busted on post drag racing doing 78 in a 25. I'm in my car. I just got stopped by the MPs. They're getting out of their vehicle. I'm looking at myself in the rearview mirror and I'm like, you're going to fucking jail. The MP walks up to the window and he's like, hey, you're doing 78 in a 25. And I'm like, well, I thought we were on the metric system. It can go over well. I eventually beat that ticket in court, but I still had to do a road march 1 mile per mile over the speed limit. Fuck! That was a long weekend. Personally, I would rather have done fuck all. Segue.
A worldwide pandemic has shut down the borders, and people won't stop listening to the lamestream media.
They're eating people. What do you expect us to do?
It's their culture!
You want zombies? That's how you get zombies. Brett William Mauser's Red Days gives us a disemboweled world where the end is nigh and the characters are high.
You want to give them the right to vote?
It's a right provided to them by the Queen!
Fuck her, she's a whore.
Still more trustworthy than CNN. Click on the link in the description and stream Red Days for free on Amazon today.
Winning, no. When you say the words fuck all, there are 2 possible meanings for this. You either, 1, don't have something that you need, or you want nothing to do with it. Command wants me to go up the side of a hill with my platoon. I don't have the goddamn equipment. My LT comes an hour later, jumping in my shit. I look right at him and go, sir, I don't have fuck all for equipment to climb a goddamn cliff. Get it to me and I'll be glad to do it. Or sometimes they ask for volunteers to swim across the river of stupid. And you're like, oh, I don't want fuck all to do with that, sorry. Right on the heels of that, you have FUBAR, and this one goes all the way back to Vietnam. Unlike everything else on this list, it's an acronym that stands for fucked up beyond all recognition. If you are in a FUBAR situation, someone's gonna die. And I made a whole episode about that. Here it is. FUBAR usually applies to a situation. If it's just you, well, there's a word for that. You're fucked. And not in the good way where you get shot in the butt and some pills and a harsh talking to by your doctor and then probably crucified by our chain of command. Now I can guarantee you this. Every person out there, be you military or civilian, has had to work with an asshole. But only military people have had to deal with a fuckhole. This word is used when asshole just doesn't make the cut. It is something way deeper and more serious than asshole. This is an asshole so deep and huge, you could probably see it from space. There's a certain Colonel Dina out there that fits this definition to a T, and if you have not seen those episodes, fuck off, Space Ghost. It's really amazing how this one word, which describes how life begins, if you know what I mean, can be used to hurt so many feelings out there. Fuck off? Well, that means exactly that. Get away from me. I want nothing to do with you. If me telling you to fuck off offends you, you have my permission to go into a dark alley behind the cum dumpster and go fuck yourself. This is another one that escaped the bounds of the military and made its way into the civilian world. You pull this one out when all rationality is gone and you just want to fight. Most dudes save this one for the end of the argument with your Wamalo wife. Hey, I'm divorced. I should know. But before you get to this point, there's probably several instances of this. Fuck you. No, fuck you.
Fuck you, asshole. Fuck you, asshole.
And if you have some close friends, it's probably a term of endearment.
Hey, Pop, I got you your favorite whiskey.
Oh, fuck you, bro.
Fuck you.
Oh, let's get fucked up. Speaking of fucked up, and I forgot to put it on the list, but everyone uses this. This can mean a litany of different things. You can get fucked up when you drink too much booze, or take too many drugs, or you run your mouth to somebody and you get tooled up. You get fucked up. And if you get fucked up too many times, sooner or later you arrive at the champagne of fucks. Just like the champagne of beers. If you are the champagne of fucked up, it is not a compliment. Now, I've only really used this a few times, but what it means is your fucked upness is shining far above everyone around you.
Who's got a penis? Bitch got a penis.
And this includes a world that has rings in it. And if you're more fucked up than him, holy shit, you need a gold medal. And go ahead, peel the foil off that medal, because it's not gold, silver, or bronze. It's shit. You can take that shit and feed it to a bunch of chickens. Segue. Now, we've used it in the past, especially with the episode about Star Wars, when we call people a chicken fucker, but there's also a chicken fuck. Now listen, if you're a chicken fucker, that's one notch below fuck you. But if you are a chicken fuck, you're a coward, and I don't use the C word lightly. There are other C words I throw around, like gun. Sounds refreshing, but it really isn't. And there's the other word gunt, which is more disturbing, especially when you think of the logistics involved in participating in that. Ugh. And I made a whole episode about the gunt. Check out the links in the description. Now, if you don't know what a gunt is, It's when your gut and your cunt merge into one. It's kind of like the Voltron of vagina. My mind just went to some sick places, but you know what they say? You better fucking swim! This one requires backstory. I was always the guy who had to swim across the river, no matter what, to put up the goddamn rope bridges. What does it mean when I say you better fucking swim? Well, there is no lifeguard. People aren't coming out to save you, so you better fucking swim. You either do it, or you fucking drown. Those are the only two options. Don't get me wrong. The rope is tied around your waist, and they'd probably pull you out once you go unconscious, but by then, you're probably dead. You hear what I'm saying, you spunk-ridden spunk fuckers? Oh, a spunk fucker is someone who is riddled with VD, never learns from their mistakes, Riggs. Or you're the 69th guy in a cream pie gangbang. Look away if you don't see it, it's not happening. Oh. There's some dudes out there who are completely fine with using another man's bazooka juice as lube. I am not one of them. We have a pandemic going on, so your Eskimo brother family reunion is canceled, Screen 5. The next one, motherfucker, which is usually the beginning word of the fuck sentence. Motherfucking fucking fucks.
You champagne of fucks. You better unfuck your fucking fucks, you motherfuckers.
And why am I saying all this shit? One, because I've said it all before, and I'm the fuck bearer. Now, I am not wearing the right shirt for it, but most of the time, I am the bearer of bad fucking news. Every time you got the guy from Battalion coming down to run you some news, we called him the fuck bearer because it's always fucking bad news. Let the gay-nastics begin! And if that news is bad enough, it is the unholy fuckness. And the only thing you can say when you get the unholy fuckness is, holy fuck, God, I need some help. It takes you about a second and a half to say that, and that's about the amount of time you have once you hear the Kadoosh rockets coming in. And don't you dare try to run away, especially if you're a fat fuck. And that is somebody who is so fat that they're absolutely fucking useless. And they have a whole TV show about this called My 600 Pound Life. And how interesting can that show be? I'm gonna reenact it for you right now. What? Now listen, I know I'm gonna get demonetized for fat shaming, and that's okay. Go to redonkulous.com/donate. Send me a couple bucks, cause you know, I can use my own fatty cakes. I was introduced to fatty cakes by my first girlfriend, Little Debbie. Man, she gave good head. Wouldn't he? And last but not least, and we're gonna end this on a high note, fucktastic. That is when something is so fucking awesome, it is beyond fantastic. It probably crosses over into another episode I made. Mantastic! Here it is, check it out. Alright, with that being said, I'm all out of fucks. There's a hole in my fuck bucket. I would go to the store and buy some more fucks, but hey, they're closed because of the pandemic. Usually they have a whole pile of fucks right next to the shit tickets, but you know where they all went. So I'm gonna wipe my ass with this episode. Go away, Space Ghost Design. God damn it, that's so stupid. You just vacuumed my brain out of my asshole with that. You idiot. God, I can't even stop seeing it in my head. It's sex-dexic. When, you know, woman walks out and her tits are hanging out and she's like giving you the look and you're like, hey, so you want to be the car in Monopoly or not? Okay, no? I'll take the car.